within about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of where Mr. Michael Kinney used to reside. So, interesting. Yeah, there's a Flagler Beach and all the things, all the things, all the things. Um, yeah, you find one little piece of info. Listen, I'm not taking credit for all this information because I didn't know anything about this, but I woke up and was told all about this and all the things. So I'm not like patting myself on the back here, but somehow the town of Flagler was somehow tied in to Mr. Michael Kinney. And listen, everybody's aware. Everybody's aware of all the shitty things that he's done, not only to individuals on this app, but the shitty things he's done criminally. And the most recent, as we all know, he has a warrant out for the burglary of the card collectibles store down in Florida of over $100,000. Now, a guy who is, last night I heard he was calling out somebody's past criminal history. To me, is just hilarious because he's calling out stuff that happened, years and years ago. Yet he's sitting somewhere in the United States in a vehicle, and he's currently ducking his head underneath his dashboard every time a police car goes by. It's wild. It's wild to me, but whatever. So, Scam, I'm going to mute. Do you want the big box for anything?
Well, I did fully redact the documents, I believe. I don't think there's anything on there that needs to be further redacted, so I can show the documents as I
Do you want to go over them one more time quickly just to make sure?
Yeah, let me just
Because
look.
we don't want to be said that we dox people. I mean, even though everybody and their mother knows who he is.
Well,
But,
I mean, I redacted the date of birth and the driver's license number. There's no address because it says that he's transient.
wow.
And even though I don't know if it was necessary, I did redact the last name of the victim in the case or the person that's but the businesses, I didn't redact all of that. I mean, I think that's okay to have there. They're public businesses.
I think that's fine then. I think that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a big box and I'm gonna mute, okay?
All right, let me see if I can figure out how to do it here.
'Cause it's Christmas time in hell.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Do I have to turn my camera on to do it?
I think you do, and what you want to do is turn the camera around before you hold it up.
No, I was just gonna green screen it. Let me see. I think it's in settings, maybe.
If you tap on your screen and you hit the camera, it should.
I'm trying to find the green screen one though. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I don't usually do things this way, but for right now, it's probably best that I do things this
Breezy
way.
says I can pull up and show on my computer Scam if it shows better. Do you want Breezy to show?
I don't think she has the I can send her the redacted ones. Hold on.
Faye got a permanent. Faha did? Well, Faha.
Yeah, she got permabanned.
Faha said she was leaving the app anyways. So I'm not surprised.
Okay, I just sent the information to Breezy, so if you want a big box, Breezy, and then I can read it.
I like a big box, and I cannot lie.
So I came across this because someone told me that that Michael Kinney had some charges in Flagler County, Florida. But they didn't give any details. They didn't really have any details. They just said that they heard that they saw something about it, and they didn't have this report. But I was actually able to pull up the report, and anybody can go there and pull up this report if you would like. The website is flaglerclerk.com, and you can look at any criminal charges or anything on there. And so what this there's a couple on there, most are traffic. There was also a charge for a 420 possession, which is interesting, while he was pulled over somewhere. Which, it's funny because he was talking about people having DUIs and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, I know people that have gotten pulled over in their car and got charged with, the odor of 420, the odor of 420 was in the car and they got a DUI for that. So I'm surprised he didn't get one on that. But anyway, let's jump to this case, because this is a completely different one. I just found it ironic because he was talking about that. So what this report says is that on August 20th, 2019, at 1477 hours, the deputy responded to China Express in Palm Coast, Florida, in reference to a larceny. They made contact with someone named Crystal and Larry is the owner of Candy for a Cause Foundation, which is a local breast cancer foundation. Larry has been approved by multiple local businesses to place a cardboard box containing small pieces of candies inside their establishments. On the box, it states their cause and dedication to fundraising money for breast cancer patients. The box has instructions that if you would like a piece of candy to place, and this goes to the second page, Breezy, place your change in the box and donate. Larry is the only person who was involved in restocking the box's candy and recovering the funds left inside the box. Larry stated approximately 2 weeks ago an unknown subject stole the entire cardboard box containing an unknown amount of money from one of the restaurant locations. Larry was unable to remember what location the box was stolen from, as he has many locations with the donation box set up. During the past week, Larry checked on the donation box located at Fancy Sushi. Larry observed the donations to be completely empty and the candy to be missing. Larry stated this has happened multiple times, but did not want to assume someone was stealing from the donation box. While Crystal, which is this gentleman's wife, so this is the wife of the guy who runs this donation box for breast cancer, okay? Crystal was picking up food at China Express. So she just happened to be there picking up food. She observed a silver BMW parked in front of the restaurant. It should be noted that China Express is a location where Larry has a donation box set up. Crystal entered the restaurant and observed a white male exit the BMW with the same donation box that her husband owns. So he got out of the car with an empty box, okay? The male was described to have a short beard, weighed approximately 250 pounds, and 5'10" tall. White male was wearing a black t-shirt and denim pants. Crystal observed the male to be having a donation box in his hand and entered the restaurant. The male took the donation box that was currently filled with candy and an unknown amount of U.S. currency and replaced it with the empty donation box that he had brought into the business. Crystal confronted the male and advised him that she obtained pictures of him and his vehicle. Crystal, good job, Crystal. Crystal also advised the male that her husband is the one that runs the foundation that he just stole from. The male subsequently got into the BMW and fled the scene. Coward. Anyway, Crystal provided pictures of the vehicle and the subject. I verified the subject's identity and matched the subject's picture provided in David, which that's their identification system, to the picture provided by Crystal. The suspect was positively identified to be Michael Kinney. Michael is also the registered owner of the BMW. Larry stated the total amount of items stolen to be approximately $30. Crystal and Larry provided sworn written statements and advised Larry wished to pursue criminal charges. Pictures will be submitted, documents submitted. That's it. So he stole from a breast cancer charity.
I mean, does
And
it
who knows
surprise
how
me?
much money was actually, in any of those boxes, or how many
Right.
times he may have gotten away with doing this, possibly at other locations, because these boxes are located all over that area, apparently.
So here's a question. So this is 2025. This happened in
No,
20.
no, no. This was
No.
2019.
No. I'm saying it's 2025.
Oh,
This happened in 2019 where he had to steal like pretty much petty cash from donation boxes for breast cancer. Um, we know he hasn't worked, but last night he was flexing, sending over $800 to order pamphlets or something. That's weird. So,
and you can
man,
see his address on there. Says transient back in 2019.
hmm.
He's really flexing,
You know, I just
stealing from charities.
and especially, I mean, the people that 99% of the people that are diehards for him are women. I've often talked about it before. Like, where morally do you draw a line when somebody does such horrible shit to people? Um, where do you draw the line for you morally when enough is enough? I mean, is this finally going to be it? Because we've all known somebody that has had breast cancer, has fought breast cancer, is fighting breast cancer, or who is passed from breast cancer. We all know somebody that has been touched by it. Personally, my mother died of breast cancer. So, it's just another level of disgust that I have for him based on a lot of stuff that he's done. But where are these people? Where are they morally? Where they finally just say, I just can't anymore. I just can't, Mike. You've gone too far, or you've done too much, or this has gone too, you know what I mean? And this isn't even doxing someone. Like we're not calling him out for doxing somebody or doing something like that, which he generally does on this app. This is stealing money from breast cancer research. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. When do people that support him draw the line?
Yeah, I mean, they thought it was hilarious when he stole a claw machine from Walmart. Okay. Then they thought it was hilarious when he stole from a small business and tried to slander the business in different ways.
Hey, there's still
Make
people.
up lies about the business and all
There's
this other
there's
stuff.
still people there's still people that don't even think he did it in that theft.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was Amanda Kay, and I think there was somebody else who said alleged.
Yeah.
If it was alleged and he didn't do it, would he be running right now? I mean, come on.
Yeah, isn't it interesting that whenever anybody does confront him about, don't you have these charges? Aren't you on the run? Blah, blah, blah. He just like changes the subject. He never answers the question. He never addresses anything about it. He changes the subject and tries to talk about whatever charges other people have, you know?
To briefly go over, because I know people are saying, well, what happened? Because there's like 100 more people in here than when Scam was reading it. In 2019,
I'll read it again if you want.
read it again, girl.
All right, here
This
we
time,
go.
can you read it in Old English?
Yeah. So this is
wait a minute. Let me give a countdown so people can record that. Everybody, please record this, screen record this, and everybody, please repost it. And if you can put a pink bow, a pink ribbon on the repost, so we can get this message out.
And reminder, last month was breast cancer awareness month.
Yep. So I'm going to give a countdown. Okay, ready? Get your phones ready. We are going to, Scam is going to start the narration in 5, 4, 3, 2.
So this is a charging affidavit, which is Form 707-A. It is from Flagler, Florida. It states the narrative. On August 20th, 2019, at approximately 17:44 hours, I, Deputy Capella, responded to China Express, Palm Coast, Florida, in reference to a larceny. I made contact with Crystal and Larry. Larry is the owner of Candy for a Cause Foundation, a local breast cancer foundation. Larry has been approved by multiple local businesses to place a cardboard box containing small pieces of candies inside their establishments. On the box, it states their cause and dedication to fundraising money for breast cancer patients. The box has instructions if you would like a piece of candy to place change. Sorry, I have to switch to the next page. Your change in the box and donate. Larry is the only person who's involved in restocking the box's candy and recovering the funds left inside the box. Larry stated approximately 2 weeks ago an unknown subject stole the entire cardboard box containing an unknown amount of money from one of their other restaurant locations. Larry was unable to remember which location the box was stolen from, as he has many locations with the donation box set up. During the past week, Larry checked on the donation box located at Fancy Sushi. Larry observed the donations to be completely empty and all the candy to be missing. Larry stated this has happened multiple times, but did not want to assume that someone was stealing from the donation box. While Crystal was picking up her food today at China Express, so this is Larry's wife, she observed a silver BMW parked in front of the restaurant. It should be noted that China Express is a location where Larry has a donation box set up. Crystal entered the restaurant and observed a white male exit the BMW with the same donation box that her husband owns. The male was described as having a short beard, weighed approximately 250 pounds, and 5'10" tall. White male was wearing a black t-shirt and denim pants. Crystal observed the male having a donation box in his hand and entered the restaurant. The male took the donation box that was currently filled with candy and an unknown amount of U.S. currency and replaced it with the empty donation box that he had brought into the business, which he would have stolen from a different location, right? Anyway, that part's my commentary. Crystal confronted the male, advised him that she obtained pictures of him and the vehicle. Crystal also advised the male that her husband runs the foundation that he just stole from. The male subsequently got into the BMW and left the scene. Crystal provided pictures of the vehicle and the subject. I verified the subject's identity through David, which that's one of their identification systems. I believe that's what they use to look up people's driver's license photos, and matched the subject's picture provided in David to the picture provided by Crystal. The subject was possibly identified to be Michael Kinney. Michael is also the registered owner of the BMW. Larry stated the total amount of items to be stolen to be approximately $30. Crystal and Larry provided sworn written statements and advised Larry wished to pursue criminal charges. Someone in the comments said, any photos or proof other than an affidavit? Yes, there's a number of court documents, including where he paid the fines and everything else regarding this case. Like, he went to court for this.
So now you don't have those screenshots, do you?
I have. Let me see.
What is the website again? They can look at Flagler.
It is flaglerclerk.com, and let me go to the main website. I can tell you how to get to it. Give me just a second, because I went, through a bunch of different things to get to it. Flaglerclerk.com.
Yeah, because we wouldn't want somebody like Mallory saying, "Oh, well, they didn't show any proof of it. It's just an allegation."
Yeah, no, it's all there.
Allegation.
No, it's all there. Anybody can look it up. So go to flaglerclerk.com, click on court records, and then at the top you enter the person's name. And its last name and then first name. So you type in Michael, Kinney, and search, and this case will appear, as well as some other cases that he had. I'm logging back into it, so give me just a moment. He also had some a possession of marijuana charge. Oh, I'm sorry, 420 charge. He was pulled over for not having a driver's license and some other issue with the registration. The police officer smelled whatever, 420 in the vehicle, and that would just resulted in just basically like a fine. But the thing that's ironic about it is, in our state, if that happens, they will arrest you, take you to the police station, make you get a blood test, and if there is anything found in your system, they will charge you with the DUI. For whatever reason, they did not attempt to do that in this case.
And every state is different, right? I mean, every state does it differently. I have definitely heard of people being charged with it's a different name in some states. It's driving under the influence, and then it's impaired driving.
Yeah, driving under impairment, yes.
Right. Again, one of the things I call out here all the time is the hypocrisy on this app. He's sitting there calling out people for DUIs when he could have very well be impaired, and they just didn't do they didn't do a test on it. He was calling out people for not paying child support. Wasn't there something where, was there ever charges against him for, since you're going to talk about him, you're going to address to your audience, how was, I didn't read that comment. What did that comment say? I was just reading it.
Since you're talking about him, you going to address to your audience how the essay was a lie? I don't know anything.
What essay? I don't know what you're talking about.
They want to bring up other people's accusations on him, which have nothing to do with Scammy or any of us.
Yep. Nothing to do. We've never alleged that. You and I have never alleged that, Scammy, but somehow they're trying to, drag us into that. We've never accused him of that.
I'll tell you, there are so many people that tried to stretch on this app. I swear to God, they're like fucking Gumbies. They are going to have such stretch marks on them. It's unbelievable.
I love Gumby.
Me too. It was one of my favorite cartoons.
So for those saying, what was the result of this case? It was he entered a plea of nolo contendere. Is that how you pronounce it? Contendere.
Doesn't that mean I don't plead guilty or not guilty? But you're still held accountable, I think.
Yes, correct. And if you look there's even a document that shows that's what the plea was, and they agreed to that. And his fingerprints. He got fingerprinted. His fingerprint sheet is on there. Just saying, as a public document.
Wow.
So if you want to go look, flaglerclerk.com, the documents are there.
So yeah, if people want to say, "Oh, well, blah 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 blah," you didn't show proof. Look it for yourself. Look for
Yeah,
yourself.
just please look it up. I encourage you to please look it up. flaglerclerk.com.
That leads me to believe. That leads me to believe. I wonder how many. I wonder if there's any other things that have happened tied to him.
I mean, I'm
No, no,
sure,
no, no,
because
no. Hold
if
on,
you
hold
don't
on.
know what
No,
county
hold,
it was,
hold, hold on, hold on, hold
go
on.
ahead.
Mayhem Diaries. No, I know you asked, but you know what? Every like when we brought out the thing about the swamp collectibles in Florida, everybody was calling us out saying, "Oh, you show the warrant, show the warrant, show the warrant." But there's no warrant. I can't find a warrant. Show the warrant. And then I showed the warrant, and these same people that said, "Show the warrant, you're lying," all of a sudden they go quiet and they don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and there's no apologies for lying about it or anything like that, because they're adamant about it. There's no warrant, you know.
yeah.
No,
So,
there
so
was a
that's
warrant.
why, Mayhem Diaries, if we sound spicy, you got to understand why. Because, I've been called out before for it, that we didn't show anything, or you're not showing everything, or
We always have proof. If we make an allegation like that, we show proof. We don't just if there's anything that we suspect, we say that. If we don't are not 100% sure, you know, like we will let you know. But this is 100% certain. We
what
have
is
the
this
court
picture?
documents.
As a
What is
survivor myself, this is me on the right when I was going through chemo treatment. This pisses me off. So I just wanted to point that out.
Oh,
Okay. No, I
sorry.
just asked because I just didn't know who the picture was. So thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, I mean, breast cancer is one of the most diagnosed cases of cancer in women. And and you know, my point at the beginning of this was, where do people that continue, well, as I said, like 99% of the people that still support Mike, and even though they say, "I don't condone what he does," but he takes accountability, for everything he puts out there, and he knows it's wrong. I mean, which to me has always been a ridiculous thing.
Yeah, because he doesn't
Because
take
if they're
accountability
there,
for everything.
but if you're if you're if you're saying that and you go in boxes and you're talking to him, then it's you do condone it. Because you're not you're showing up. You're showing up to every one of his lives, and you put your little stamp of approval on it, of the information that he puts out there. And listen, I want to be clear that there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have been doxing people, putting out a lot of information on people that I personally don't think is out there, but that should be out there. But this is the continuing saga of Mike. And this is new information that has come up. As I said, I mean, his rap sheet is long, going back to his teens. And this is more information just to show the type of person that he is. And these women that continually support him, and they show it in so many ways. I wonder if they have ever been touched by somebody that has had to deal with breast cancer in some way, because to steal money. And let's face it, I mean, I don't know if these boxes, make a lot of money. Because I've seen them here around where I live, where they'll be like, individually wrapped little candies, and it says, donate some change for a piece of candy. It wasn't thousands and thousands of dollars, but that just goes to show you what a low life he is. That it would be for breast cancer. I mean, like there's no line drawn for him.
Wow, look at that comment. Y'all must be bored. Get over it. It was years ago. Y'all want to antagonize. He's still doing this stuff. Do they not realize that he just committed a larceny of over 100K just in July?
Guys, if people make comments like that, don't block them, don't mute them, because I would like to read the comments, and I'd like to screenshot them, and I will make responses in a video. But no, and again, that person didn't hear what his live was about last night. I mean, you could say that, but on the other hand, he's posting criminal records of somebody that had charges 10 plus years ago. So, I mean, yeah,
Yes,
okay.
why aren't they saying the same to him? Why aren't
I
they
was just
saying,
going to
hey,
say,
these
give him the
charges
same,
that you're bringing up are from years ago. Get over it. Like,
give him the same energy.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I mean, I've been putting out the hypocrisy of people for months now. Where, like this person in the comments says one thing and doesn't realize or doesn't care that the same person is doing the opposite. So, I mean, let's stand on what we believe in, and that person in the comments, stand on what you believe in. And next time he's live, why don't you go over there and say the same thing? Thanks, Dala. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. And this is just, I mean, he's done a lot of low things. And I'll make some your PO is removed scam.
What?
I'll make some your PO. Can you please write in a sentence that people will understand? Because I have no clue what that means.
There's no way to get my PO. There's no way to get my
Very easy to
PO.
renew that.
Yeah, there's no way to get the PO removed. And
Yeah,
I
nice
have all the
try.
evidence of all of the
Oh, Florida man, is that you? Oh,
if it is,
Florida
I'm
man.
pretty
That's
sure
how
he's
it is.
violating the protection order. So make sure, can somebody send me screenshots of those comments?
Got it.
It was so funny.
He's not supposed to have any contact with me
It's a
whatsoever.
0-0. It's a 0-0. And let's clarify that, okay? Again, he's not to have contact with you, but there's nothing that says you can't talk about him. So, okay, well, if it's
Correct,
not
and
you,
I'm not slandering him. I'm not defaming him. I'm not insulting him. I'm not doing anything to violate any laws. I am putting out a public document that someone told me about. They said that he had again. I wasn't digging around looking for this. Someone came to me this morning, said that they saw something pop up about something in Flagler, Florida, but they couldn't see what the cases were or what the charges were or anything. So I just went to the Flagler County website to try to, see what exactly those were. I didn't know what they were until I went and looked at it.
So here's my question: Why are you coming in on a burner account then? What do you have to hide? Because it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're somebody that sits with him. Why can't you come in here? Because what are you afraid of?
Nobody can have the protection order removed. It's a court order. There is no removal. There's no rescinding it. There's no any of that. It is active until next August. And when the time comes,
hold on. Okay, good. Tell me who you are, and I'll unblock your main account. and you can come up here and we can have a conversation. How about that? Duh. Tell me who you are.
And when the time comes, I will be applying for an extension because I have evidence of him continuing to harass and stalk me, make false allegations, false criminal
Wait a minute.
statements
Judge said
about me.
not to. Listen. Tell me who you are, and I'm going to unblock you. Okay? And you come in on your main account with your big balls. How about that?
I mean, and he's making it really easy. He goes live and makes allegations about me, posts videos about me that are completely false information. It's the same stuff that he was doing before when I got my protection order the first time. So I'm sure they will extend it. When it gets closer to that date, then I can file for an extension of the protection order.
So where did the sis you talk? Listen. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are, and your main account, and I will unblock you. If not, you're going bye-bye.
So they said, sis, you talk about him 24/7. You aren't scared. Protection order.
24/7.
First of all, protection orders aren't always about being scared 24/7. If anybody who's ever had a protection order, they know that they would not be scared 24/7 for the rest of their fucking life. Number two, I'd like to know the last time I ever talked about him. And please let me know the last time I ever talked about him on my platform. With proof.
And have they never heard of the phrase taking your power back? Victims, can speak out after, dealing with things like that to take the power back from the abuser, from the harasser, stalker, whatever the situation may be.
Absolutely.
I really
He
want to
would
know
love
who.
if
Hold on.
all of his victims, were silenced. He would love that.
I want to know who this person is. Okay, and I'm gonna unblock them so they can come in on their main account. Let's go. Come on. I'm waiting. Tell us who you are so I can unblock you and you can come in and you can stick up for him. Okay. But let me guess. You're a weak-kneed bitch and you're not going to do that because you want to stay hidden. See, that's the funny thing. We're here on our accounts talking about it, yet you have to come in on a fucking burner account because you're a pussy and you don't. Well, you know what? There you go. You're going bye-bye. You are a weak-kneed fucking. You are a weak-kneed fucking bitch. You have no balls. You are
And that story
afraid.
is false.
You are.
So
Hold on. You are afraid of women in a box. You don't have enough balls to come up and talk to somebody. You are part of the problem here. Just so you know, you're part of the fucking problem.
yep.
So go away. Get out of here. You're 13. Yeah, right. Sure you are.
Yeah, it's not 13.
Go fuck yourself. How about that?
It's someone who doesn't want their probation officer contacted. I know that.
Yeah. 13, sure. You know what? To me, it's amazing. They all have big balls on burner accounts when they come in. But when you tell them to come here, when you tell them to unmask themselves, they don't have the balls to do it.
She didn't say it was you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Nope,
where
I
you're
didn't make
getting.
any
I don't know where
accusation.
you're
It sounds
getting
like
that
somebody
one
who
from,
is guilty.
Savage. Wow. Listen, don't try to stir up shit in here, especially when there was no shit to stir.
Nope, we're just here spitting facts like we always do.
Carla, did you want to come up here? I see that you requested a box. Did you want to come up here or was that a mistake? Oh, yeah, we know it's Cassandra. Okay, let me bring you up. Hello.
Good morning, ladies. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Oh,
Morning.
Could be better. I just come in like when I turned my computer on. You came on the live. I heard you talking about cancer. It's upsetting to me when I come on and hear these people um, faking it and stuff. Next month, I know it's the holidays, is going to be a very rough month for me. December 8th, I posted in the comments. I lost my sister to stage 4 cancer in her bubs on December 8th, and I lost my dad to 2 types of cancer as well. And I lost my mom as well in the month of December. When I come on and I hear these people faking and, ridiculing people that have it, saying they don't have it when they do, it's upsetting to me. Just they need to get a life and
How
stop.
do you feel? How do you feel about somebody stealing money from cancer research?
That's crazy too. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm not gonna mention any names. I've been working in the medical field for 40 years, private and in facilities. Um, I worked with a girl who beat me down so bad. She was a bully, and she thought that she did nothing wrong. Well, she stole from elderly people, and I kept telling them something was fishy about her. But anybody, especially cancer people, stealing. I remember, I think it was like a year or so ago, there was a couple that had come on and the guy had faked that he had it. And people sent him thousands and thousands of dollars on here. He did a video. You were around, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember his name, but he come on with his wife and he was sitting on a couch and he was talking about having it. And people were just donating to him like crazy. And to find out he never had it.
There's a lot of those people.
Yeah, but I mean,
Disgusting.
I'm pretty sure you were in a. I'm pretty sure you were doing streamings about him and stuff. But yeah, to do that to anybody, whether it's cancer or otherwise, it's wrong.
Oh,
It's wrong.
absolutely.
You
Absolutely
know.
disgusting. And
Yes.
that's what I was saying, Carla. Where do you draw the line morally as to when you just throw up your hands and you say, this has just crossed the line? I mean, where is that line? Where is that line where you just know inside that what was done was beyond anything that any human being should do?
Yeah, I know, and things are just crazy in this world anymore. I When I first joined TikTok, it was great. Now it's like scam after scam, lie after lie. I mean, you know, and they don't want to be caught in it. They think, oh well, I'm going to get away with it. Sooner or later it's going to catch up with them. But
And
how dare you sit there and you take from, especially people that have cancer.
yep,
My boyfriend beat cancer. He has a buddy right now who is fighting 2 stages of cancer right now. And my boyfriend takes him to Pittsburgh to do his treatments and stuff. And, it just sickens me. Anybody
yep.
who would come on here and do that to anybody, how dare you?
Yep, I lost my mom end of 2016 to breast cancer, and I
Hmm.
lost my dad October of 21 to throat cancer.
Yeah, my stepdad throat cancer and stomach cancer. My sister had stage 4 breast cancer. She had it for a whole year. Her kids pushed her, "Mom, you're sick. There's something wrong. Go to the doctors." And she kept putting it off and putting it off. Finally, she couldn't do it anymore. She was losing a lot of weight. So she finally went to the doctor and they said, "We hate to tell you this. You have stage 4. And at this point, it's progressed so fast. There's really nothing we can do." but
And
make you
I
comfortable.
think that happens a lot. Both the story you just told right there is
Hmm.
exactly the same thing with my parents. I mean, they should have gone to the doctor sooner. They didn't, which is a very good reason. If you are in your 40s and 50s, especially just because we come from a generation that you suck it up and you move on. So if you don't feel well with something, you lay low for a day or two, and then you think, oh, I'll be fine, it's probably just this, and you may feel a little better, and you just chalk it up to having the flu, or chalking it up to having a stomach virus or something.
Yeah,
um
don't
we
self-diagnose yourself.
Yes.
Get checked. And my sister put it off, and she survived 2 months.
Yep.
2 months after she was told my sister had passed away. I mean, to some people, it's a joyful time of the year. The last 3 months of the year are just traumatic to me. I
Yep.
mean, I
As they
lost
are
my
to a lot.
daughter because I was going to help my mom. I lost my daughter in October. Um, I voluntarily turned her over to children and youth due to I didn't have a place because I thought I was going to take care of my mom. It didn't fan out that way. We got scammed. So, in November and December, with losing, well, I lost more than three, actually. My aunt, my best friend. I mean, and this was traumatic to me. And every
Right.
year it comes around, it just, I can't, I mean, I can't just let it go. I wish I could, but I can't. I've tried, and it's never going to change. These 3 months are never going to change. It's going to be like this every year.
Well, I one of the things that I hope is that when Mike is finally arrested and he's sitting in prison, I would hope that he would uh, take take a look back in his life, and I hope he remembers and he starts thinking about all of the people that he has hurt in some way.
Right.
Whether it's with this, whether it's with putting out information on people, whether it's putting out false information on people, um, uh, making allegations, putting out information that is not should not have ever been put on social media. It doesn't matter what platform. I hope that at some point he does sit back and he takes stock in what he's done. I don't think so either. I don't think he will. But
Right.
you know, I would hope that at some point when he's finally in a building where he has no say of what he can do,
Right.
I hope he reflects on all of this, because it's not a life well spent. Let's put it that way. At
Yeah,
all.
but to see the people on here faking cancer, you know, you got to be ashamed of yourself. It's awful.
I
It's
I
mean, the
agree.
awful to
biggest
come on
example
here.
is Tim Nash
Yep.
right now.
Yes,
Yep.
I've seen him on here. I just want to, I'm not a drama person. I'm pretty laid back, but I do go on TikTok and I watch, and people, and to sit there and see them scamming people. Shame on you! How dare you? You need to be put in a box with the bars there and left there. You
Yep.
know, shame on them for faking stuff like that just to gain money, and
I
shame on
agree.
the people that enable it.
Yep. Thank you,
You
Carla,
know.
for telling us your story. I
All right.
appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much, ladies. You
Thank
guys
you.
have a good day.
Take care.
Uh huh. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, Tim Nash, is a big liar. He's been lying about cancer and a number of medical conditions. I mean, as well as other things. If you look at the most recent video I posted, he claims he's been clean for a year, and I have a video from a year ago. In fact, I have multiple videos, but I posted one of them, clips from one of them from a year ago, and he's asking for the same type of stuff, claiming all these different medical conditions, asking for close to $200 for all these different medications and everything else. He doesn't look any better, doesn't sound any better, certainly doesn't look to be clean. And that was his clean date of November 14th, 2024. It's a pretty eye-opening thing. And he talks about his children, and in other videos he says his children passed away years ago. But in this one he says his daughter's getting ready to turn 12. Like,
Well,
it's just, you can catch him in so many different lies. And does he not realize that we keep these recordings? The internet is forever. We have these recordings.
and I went in there yesterday to his live. He's got so many words blocked that you can't get anything in there, to get people to realize he's lying. He's got cancer blocked. He's got leg blocked. He's got all the awareness creators' names blocked. He has the word truth blocked. He's got everything blocked. So you can't even get in there and say anything about it. And again, if you're blocking words like that, you're hiding something. Because if it's not true, why aren't you letting people come in and say that stuff? But I just want to say one more thing regarding the whole cancer thing, okay? He made a comment about Judge Truth probably about a month ago or so. Now, Judge Truth battled breast cancer, and she was able to beat that. But just to show you the extent of just what a disgusting individual he is, he made a comment saying about how Judge Truth has no breasts, kind of making fun of her, that assuming that because she had breast cancer, she had to have a what a mastectomy? Mastectomy? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called when you have a
I think
mastectomy?
so.
Yeah.
So I was informed that Florida Man is live, slandering me and telling lies again. So,
What a shock.
yeah, it's just more evidence. I encourage him to keep going. But see, I will have the recordings. I will have.
But this is the problem, okay? This is the problem. We're putting out information that's public information that is not a lie. You can look it up yourself. So the question you have to ask yourself now is, what lies is he going to put out? Because he's not going to come out and he's not going to say, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. What's wrong with it? He's not going to, he's
transparent and admits to all the wrongs he's done, but he does not. He clearly does not. Because
let me hear what he's saying.
Oh, no, he's talking about the Intercept Cash apps.
Oh, God. Old news.
Which I did not do. And he filed.
I was very transparent about way back then, and
he filed a false FBI report on me on that, and that was brought up in court when him and I went to court, and the judge asked him if he had any evidence that I did any of that, and he said no. And so she took that as part of the evidence that he slandered me, posted a video where he admitted that he falsely reported me to the FBI, and in the process doxed me because he showed screenshots of my name and my address and phone number and all this stuff. So
now I say, let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
He's just reading from ChatGPT.
Of course he is. Can we hear what he's saying, OG, just for a couple minutes?
Yeah. Let me turn it up.
Now let me tell you a little story. I had almost everything I needed to comfortably submit the Cash App form. There's one thing I didn't have there.
No, he had nothing.
Receipts.
Right,
he had nothing because it didn't happen.
I sure had
He
Make
presented
something up.
zero evidence of anything in
Make
court.
something up.
I had this and a lot more of stuff like
Yeah.
this.
I'm
I
sure.
was talking about me and the Cash App intercepts.
I got this. I've got videos with an individual who, you know, is telling people how to make it.
No information.
But the story that I want to tell today is about how, hey, Muffman, I tricked OG Breezy V into posting her Cash App receipts, and not even all of them.
My
Oh,
Cash
yeah,
App
he
receipts were reposted back then. What's he talking about?
Oh my God.
We showed them
She
over
was
a
always
year
just
ago.
to pick me over there.
Yeah.
To be
We showed
something.
them during our live streams.
Okay.
Wow,
Be the
Mike.
best for me.
Yeah.
We never
You're
hid that.
I always showed my
Detective
refund.
Clouseau. So he's saying that because you posted him,
Until I
he tricked
remembered.
you into it.
That's the bitch
Yeah.
that did dinners at Cash
Posting
Apps with all the other people.
refunds.
She was like one of the main
Yeah,
Like posting
like,
Brian
sure.
refunded money.
We showed them. We showed
So I
them
told
on
her I
the
was going
live
to call her
streams.
husband and tell him that. And I never seen the receipts. And she tripped out and she posted.
I
she's
didn't
like,
trip
"This is
out.
all
I
of them
posted
right
my
here."
receipts.
They're still
I didn't have
all,
anything to hide.
those live streams are still
Gotcha.
all on YouTube, on Kai Fotzi's
Thank you.
YouTube page, where we showed
Yeah.
those receipts.
I forgot to say that part. I appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
showed them that when they were happening, the refunds.
She did give me a good amount, but she did not give me all of them because I've been tracking people who have sent money to Cash Apps and not received a refund.
Sure.
As
Who are
well
they?
as
Oh, yeah, I bet.
people
Who
that
are
sent
they,
us
You know
Mike?
how many
How did
people
you track
had?
it?
Cash Apps. And it just so happened to be
You know how
hers.
many people
But a
had
lot of these people sent it
intercepts?
to
I posted
one of
every
her
one.
men,
I went
by
through
the
all
way.
my emails.
She had more than the one account. Well, two accounts that she posted receipts on. She had 4 or 5, 6 or so.
No,
No,
I had about 3,
Maybe.
I think.
Mike, is this just like how Jen said that I sent her
Strickland,
9 or
you were
10
saying
payments?
I'm lying when I have it on the screen.
exactly.
You dipshits.
Mike, you're windmilling. You're
Go
windmilling,
back
Mike.
over to Scammyclaus. It's okay.
You're
Because
windmilling.
He's got
I've been so
32
busy
people in
and
there.
hyper-focused on like just completely ravaging Regina and Holly Mason
So is he
online
going to address
personas to
why
nothing.
he stole from a
So they
charity,
can
from a breast cancer charity?
have that clean ego and pride
Oh,
to
of
fill
course
up with
not.
things like empathy for others and compassion.
Oh,
Not
like
greed,
you
but
do, Mike?
what they filled it up with the first time.
Empathy and
Retries are always
compassion for
good,
others.
but it takes some time to disconnect, really find out who you are, and be a genuine person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
got
ain't
money
done
out
that,
of an
though.
addict's hands that
I
didn't
didn't
go
have time
towards something that could harm them and sent it back to
put
people
together
who
the
sent it.
Apps. And I'm going to enjoy every second of it. And thanks to OG Breezy V,
You're welcome. Go to a police department,
saying that she
report it.
posted all
Please.
of her receipts.
Please go to a police department,
Yeah,
report it.
Mike, go to
I'm
the
going to
police.
be able to have a better, a more comfortable position.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to care so much about a
It's
Cash
like your
App
search
that
history is
took and sent $2 here, $3 there.
Interesting.
Yeah. and sent
Because it
back.
was
Okay.
more important for him to show proof on
Interesting.
social media than in court. Okay.
Uh-huh.
What an asshole. We don't need to listen to him anymore. Thanks, OG.
Yeah.
But this
He's
is
just
typical, right?
rehashing old shit.
You
Yeah.
know what? And
Oh,
this is the
yeah.
thing. Now what? This is exactly what he calls people out for. He's windmilling and he's deflecting because he's not going to comment on the fact that, yes, I did steal money from breast cancer patients in research. He's going to bring up some old crap to try to get people to look in a different direction than what was actually put out today. And good luck with that, Mike. Good luck
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I mean, I stated it earlier in the live that whenever anybody confronts him about the felony charges from Florida and that he's there's a warrant and he's on the run, he just deflects and starts talking about somebody else. This person did this and this person did that. I mentioned that earlier, and so this is his repetitive pattern. This is what he always does. So this is not surprising in the slightest.
His whole
Yep.
life last night was that. It was everything that he was accusing other people of is stuff he's done or worse. Like every single thing, we were going through the list. Every single thing that was on there,
Yep.
he's either done.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he doesn't.
but, you know,
he doesn't want to put the microscope on himself.
Listen, I always say the truth will prevail. I always say trust the system, trust the legal process. I'll say this too again because I'm going to be saying this on every single live. If there is anybody that donated to the GoFundMe to find Mike and to use that money as part of the reward, if you would like your money back, just reach out to me. I'll send it to you because I know that there's people saying that, I'm doing different things with the money, which is, ridiculous. So again, if anybody wants their money back, please contact me and I will send it back to you. But I'm still going to be offering $2,000 reward regardless of if people take money back. So, please, if you've given that money, let me know and I will give it back to you because I have nothing to hide. I'm very transparent with what I'm doing with that money. And right now, that money is sitting in my savings account, waiting to be sent to the person that, gives the information for it. So, your day will come, Mike. It will. You just said that you're going to sit there and laugh. You're going to have a good time doing it. That's fine. What you're bringing out is old information that was put out a year and a half ago, not because of you, but because Breezy wanted to stay transparent with everything. But you have fun with that because you know why? The real fun is going to happen when I get that notification that you are in custody. And I find out indeed that you're waiting until your court date and when I find out that you're in prison. And you know what? 5, 6 people and you might be celebrating right now, but there are going to be hundreds and thousands of people that are going to be celebrating when you are finally caught and you are incarcerated.
And I just
And
want to
I'll
make a
tell you,
point here.
hold on, let me finish.
Go
Let me
ahead. I'm
finish.
sorry.
TikTok is going to be a much better place when you are off this app because there are so many people afraid to say anything, to make comments on videos about you because they know that you and your stalky, creepy ass people look at comments and, will report back. Um, you know, um, People are afraid to say anything because of it. But I'll tell you what, there are going to be people coming out of the woodwork to talk and to talk about what you've done to people and why they haven't been on this app, for anywhere from weeks to months to years. And that's when we are going to laugh and we're going to celebrate. Go Scam. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make the point that he keeps bringing up old irrelevant things or things that have already been discussed, not just about me, but about, the individuals he was talking about last night. Like, people are aware of whatever their past was. They have been transparent about that. None of that was really anything that anybody was surprised about at all, but he wants to just keep dredging up old stuff. Now you might say, oh, okay, well, you just showed a charge for Florida Man that's old. It's from 2019. Yeah, but see, this is new. Okay, this is new to us. We didn't know about this. The things he's talking about, people have already known about. They've already been debunked or discussed or apologized for or explained or whatever. This is something, even though it happened in 2019, it is new to us. And it's a new type of crime that we weren't aware of because this is the first that we've come across him actually stealing from a charity organization.
Right. And I mean,
So it is important.
We could have focused on the other charges from Flagler, but there's no point because it's kind of like, who cares? Been there, done that. We know, he's done shit like that before. This is above and beyond immoral. Above and beyond. And like I was saying about Truth, okay? So she beat breast cancer. He automatically assumed that since she beat it, she must have had to have a mastectomy, which is not the case. But he went that far to say, and I think his comments were they were fake titties.
Yeah, it was
referring
really,
to
he was
somebody
really grossly talking about
who
it.
fought cancer as having fake titties.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, even if she did, which I know she doesn't, but even if she did, I mean, how does that sound to women out there who have went through breast cancer, that have had to have mastectomies, and you're out there making fun of someone saying that they have fake titties because of their cancer?
Yep. But
That's
that's the way
disgusting.
he is. And ladies over there that are always in his lives, keep supporting this, because you know what? What's going to happen when he's finally off this app and he's incarcerated? You ladies are going to look like the biggest assholes that there are, because you won't have him to hide behind anymore. You're not going to have him. Can you mute whoever's typing, please? Thank you. You're not going to have him to stick up for you when somebody's going after you. He's going to go after that person. I mean, that's crazy to me. And when that happens, guess what? Those women are going to be in the line of sight for a lot of people, because they continue to support this person. And it doesn't matter if they say we don't condone what he does. They do, because they go back every day when he's live. They go up in boxes every day. They defend his actions on their lives. And you know what? There's a list. He's on the top of the list right now. And once there's a check mark next to his name because he's off here, I'm sure there are going to be people that are going to be going after next in line. Now, I'm not going to be one of them, because I don't do that shit. But with Florida Man, I have been solely focused, along with a couple other people, on finding out where the fuck he is. I think I made a video over a month ago about it. And, some people have said, why isn't he caught yet? You're trying to find one person in the United States. What is the population in the United States? I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you how many there were. No clue. But it is not easy to do that. It is not easy.
And him being transient makes it harder because there's
Exactly.
be anywhere.
Exactly. So the way he's going to get caught is by mistake. 350 million. Yep. So trying to find one person out of 350 million, it is not easy. Mike's going to get caught when he makes a mistake, or when somebody who knows where he is comes forward. And we can't force either of those. But at some point, somebody will get tired of his bullshit, with all the shit that he does. And, they will come forward.
Yeah, and I mean, we are still accepting tips. Like I said, the reason that this charge was found this morning was because of a tip that I received, something about Flagler County, Florida, which I
Yep.
knew nothing about. I never even knew that he was ever in that
I've never even
area
heard of
or like
Flagler.
anything. I had no clue about it, and it was very simple to just go to their website, plug in his name, and the charges pop up. Anybody can check that.
Wow.
And 12,000 is a lot of money. So I ask any of those women over there, is he worth $12,000 to you, with what that could do for your family and for Christmas and your bills? It's hard for everybody right now. Is he worth $12,000 to you?
And look, I've said it before. Mike would sell out anybody if it means saving his ass. And as I've said before, part of the thing, part of the investigation is going to be seeing if anybody has helped him along the way. And I would not put it past Mike, when he is finally arrested and the charges are against him, he tries to get lesser charges by turning in people that have helped him. Because if it means taking years off of his sentence or months off of his sentence, he will do it in a heartbeat. Because it's always all about him. It's about him. He doesn't give a shit about anybody. So that's really what I wanted to come live with today, because You know, I've already thought that he is the lowest form of life. But then I didn't realize there was actually a lower form of life. And he's now reached into new depths of that. Anybody that would steal from a organization that supports people with breast cancer and steals money from them is just vile.
Agree. I was really shocked when I read that. I never I don't know. I just didn't expect that at all.
Yep. So anything else? Anything else you guys want to say? Because I'm going to log off of here and go about my day.
I just, I kind of hope he does make a report because, as far as I know, federal agencies are able to track reports made to them. And they have, access to location data, IP addresses, all that kind of good stuff. So, that could end up being a good thing as well. So,
Listen, he already said over the summer that he was filing reports against 10 people, which he never did. You know, last night I heard that he was saying he was making flyers for something, and he said that he was going to do it that night, and then all of a sudden he shows a receipt that he did it already without doing it. I mean, come on. Anybody that believes that stuff.
it was the fakest receipt I've ever seen.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
keep going though. Keep talking, Mike. Keep going live. Keep doing it. But other than that, I'm going to get off here, guys. Have a wonderful day, guys. Happy Thursday to you all. And I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.